White people are every single bit justified in being racist. Every single bit justified, to the extent that that means going out of your way to avoid black people when you see them.
It's not what racism
Every bit justified. And you want to know why? Because we see what happens. And nobody is under any obligation due to liberal ideology to put themselves in harm's way.
So black people mean harm.
If you're a white person and you're going to work or going to the ball game or going to the city at night, you don't want to enter into the terror dome where you're suddenly in a sudden death match. You're like in the gulag in Call of Duty fighting for your life all of a sudden because you got on the wrong train car. Because a car full of black people pulled up on you by the bus stop. You turn and you walk the other way. You avoid their neighborhoods. You avoid going out on Memorial Day or Labor Day weekend at night in certain places. When you see them, you start walking in the other direction. And we are every bit justified because we see what's going on and we don't want to die. It's that simple. That's pattern recognition. That's not racism. That's pattern recognition. That's one. And two, I really hope, because I'm rooting for black people, like I'm rooting for humanity.
Oh, are you?
I'm rooting for everybody to be safe and to be healthy and to be happy. I really hope that somewhere out there, although I'm not optimistic, black people are starting to develop some sense of self-awareness. Where's the shame?
Oh, okay.
Aren't you people ashamed? When I see these clips of the graduation ceremonies where they're twerking on stage and dancing, when I see these videos of the black cheerleaders on the basketball court brawling it out, when I see the Carmelo Anthony, and not only that, but then they raise $500,000 for him and then they get a public defender. When I see that video of a black security guard rifling through the pockets of an unconscious white guy that got his ass kicked.
Video.
And the list goes on and on and on. You have to ask the black people that are normally so proud, and with the chip on their shoulder, aren't you ashamed? Are you not ashamed when you see these things? Are there any black people that see this and have the slightest lick of self-awareness?
Solutionaries, that's this clown dude named Nick. This is the same Nick that was chasing around dick riding Kanye, the black man. This is the same exact person. He sat around and dick rode and showed up at Tim Caster's studio with all of this, that, dick riding black people. This is the same Nick that, of his own admission, is talking about, I don't want to move to Indiana. I don't want to move to red states or white communities, because if I'm not mistaken, he lives in a blue city. He talks about all of this shit about liberal policies and all this other shit. I don't want to live where your food is sausage. So you don't want to live in white communities. You act like all of the things that happen every day in a black community is Fallujah, is the Gaza Strip, and it's not true. I'm in a black community right now, literally right now, sitting out, smoking a cohiba, having a sip of coffee, peace, sunlight. There's a few more flies than I'm comfortable with. I got to get something to kill the fucking flies out here, but I live in this is a black community, okay? Saying this to say, this notion that the videos that are propagated on television mean that that is the representation for all black people. And then, oh, you get to say, oh, don't you guys have any shame? As if you fucking even come outside. Nick doesn't go outside. He just made another video a few days ago talking about, yo, I'm scared to go outside. I'm getting attacked by the system. Which one is it? Is it the Matrix or is it the black people? The black people in the area that you say you don't want to move from, you don't want to go around the white community, and then packaging it as if hillbillies, trailer parks, and all that other type of shit don't happen. These people, you motherfuckers, man, and you people that listen to this clown, for sure, I get it, it's shock value. That's the same thing as if I was to say, well, most convicted pedophiles in America are white males. Does that mean that most fucking white males, I should never have them around my children? I shouldn't have friends with white people? Because this is that same fucking Dilbert creator argument. Candace Owens used to make these dumbass statements. They say these things to appeal to a lower, bigoted base. They fight racism with racism while talking about, oh, I'm rooting for the black people. Black people never asked for you to fucking root for them at all, us. And to the quite opposite, black people have been very critical of ratchet culture. Media, owned by certain types of people and groups, propagate the bullshit. And you notice he kept saying, when we see these clips, as if that is every time you go to a basketball game in a high school league, there's gonna be a brawl between the cheerleaders. That's not how it goes. These type of talking points generate energy around a thing to get attention and clicks. I wasn't even gonna do a reaction to this because I'm like, this dude is a fucking clown. There are horrible groups of people in every group of people. You got fucking white dudes that's blowing shit up. You got liberals, Republicans. Every group of people has a subset of people that are horrible. If we're talking about white people, every fucking world war was because of white males doing dumb shit. Let's talk about Leopold, King Leopold. We don't want to talk about that. Everybody want to talk about these types, talk about, well, maybe Hitler had it right. What about Leopold? Killing a whole bunch of people. But I get it. Y'all ain't going to be down with that because Leopold killed a whole bunch of black people. Let's talk about the Bolsheviks. Let's talk about every world war. Let's talk about right now, white males are still sending money to Ukraine, Russia, that war. That's white folks. So not only do white folks have a history of violence, and I'm cool with violence. I'm not mad with violence in the right area, but let's not act like it has not had an impact on a global scale. What we should be doing is talking about unity and promoting things that are true. But for me to sit around and act like every single white person has a fucking penchant for violence and I can compare that to World War, it's goofy. So to try to justify racism as he's trying to recreate the definition of racism while he hides in his basement, so he just sat down with Candace Owens. Stop. These are the ways that these people appeal to low IQ bases. And they go, yeah, well, they're being racist, so we get to be racist too. Fighting fire with fire. We watching all of the so-called limited government conservative pundits. We're talking about the Michael Knowles. We're talking about the Matt Walshes. Now they're talking about, oh yeah, maybe burning the American flag should be. Maybe the First Amendment and freedom of speech, even though it's been upheld by the Supreme Court, maybe they got it wrong. Now they want to conveniently ignore the Supreme Court to fight authoritarianism with authoritarianism. No, that's the weak man's route. Imagine if I said to y'all, yo, I'm tired of struggling, I want to be more famous, and my message needs to get out there, so I'm going to take it to Hollywood. And I go to Hollywood, and they like, look, the entry to get into Hollywood to get what you want, Maj, because you got a powerful message, you're going to have to suck on some dick. And then I sucked on the dick because my principles, well, that's how the leftists is doing it. There's a cabal of sex pedophiles, and so that's how I'm going to get in. And if I did it, my principles wouldn't be real. No. You don't fight authoritarianism and goofy shit with more authoritarianism and goofy shit. We don't fight against unconstitutional moves with more unconstitutional moves. The only thing that happens there is the government gets bigger and the individual and their rights get smaller. So these people say this as clickbait to act like they're saying some super deep shit as if they're somehow the strong way. And it's not the strong way. It's the fucking weak, low-hanging fruit bullshit to get to talk to the same ignorant, troglodyte, cave-dwelling motherfuckers. That's the same energy that would be fighting and twerking at a graduation. The fact that anybody is even co-signing this shit tells me a lot about you. That Dilbert motherfucker, the Matt Walsh, the blacks. Man, you the same motherfuckers that love black culture until you don't. You the same motherfuckers that talk about we should be all American until we don't. Now all of a sudden we ignoring the concept of unity under the ideals when convenient. And it's the biggest contradiction. And I'm just tired of y'all motherfuckers acting like, oh, they so right and they so strong for telling it how it is. Once one of these people leave out of one seat, Candace Owens, that made her whole career in the beginning, and I've done Candace's show, right? In the beginning, her talking points was this. Now they all follow the same thing. They're being presented like they're the new and cutting edge. No, media has adapted. They highlighting certain people to keep the vision going, and this clown is just one of them at the bottom of the totem pole trying to work his way up. Candace ain't there no more. Candace go a different direction. She go independent. She's speaking a little bit too much about certain things that we don't want her to, or she just rebranded. The best way to do that is to go, let me say something negative about black people. Oh, let me run the gambit. Let me talk negative about the Jews. Let me talk negative about the blacks. Let me just talk negative. with no principle, with no solution, I've never heard this person talk about the Constitution. I've never seen this person say, this is what I'm gonna do. I have heard this person say, I don't wanna live around other whites. They pick and choose when they wanna say it when convenient. There's no culture in those white areas. That's what he said. I like a frittata. I like my Chicago liberal. I don't want to live around. For shock value, no consistency, no principle. Can't beat them. You might as well join them. Imagine if Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant said that. They didn't. But you know who did? LeBron. And say whatever you want about LeBron not being the most well-rounded player in the world. I'm talking about what he did. I'm going to leave Cleveland. I'm going to take my talents to South Beach. You can't beat him. You join him. You put together a super team. That's why he don't get the same respect as a Kobe or a Mike. These people are going, we got to fight fire with fire. No, you fucking moron. You get some water. Water puts out fires. But no, you want to put more fire and gasoline on the fire because you want to make a bigger fire because that's how you get your bag. Because no one of serious intellectual and dexterity or genuine constitutional understanding or really wants all Americans to work together, none of them take you fucking seriously because you've provided no solutions. What is your system? What do you do? I created BGM. I helped merge the community that was targeted by the racist practice of gun control and merge them into the larger Second Amendment community, promoting unity, safe, responsibility. That's what we've done. We have a community center. We teach classes. We do a thing. These people get on a fucking microphone. They cosplay as tough guys. They wear the flannel shirt. They get the beard. They never lifted a fucking weight, never did no hard work in a fucking life. They're elitists pretending like they limited government people. We got burning the flag should be unlawful. Supreme Court, they're just people saying stuff. So now we don't rock with the system of checks and balances. They're weak. They won't stand and fight and be strong for the principle of the Constitution. By definition, they are not conserving the Constitution, the system of checks and balances, conserving the ideas of we the people, all people. They're not conserving that. Can't beat them, join them. I'm going to do the same thing the liberals do. I'm going to call everything racist. And now, as Nick says, it's okay for white people to be racist. Because we see on the internet, because he doesn't go outside, we see on the internet that we've seen videos and clips as if the media isn't the most effective devil in America. But because this young, goofy virgin that has done no real work in his entire life, that has not led any solid men, that has not been under the tutelage of solid men, that has dick rode black men, tap dancing right behind them when convenient. These types of people say this shit, and some of you fucking morons pretending as conservatives, pretending like you about liberty, pretending you about the American ideal, pretending. Y'all want to act like he's saying some deep shit. No, he's saying some basic bitch shit that some goofy basic bitches is going to agree with as if it's all true, as if the vast majority of black Americans are in alignment with this goofy shit that other black people do. And if I said the same shit, y'all would try to act like I'm the most racist motherfucker in the world, but I don't really give a fuck. If you are an actual person that's about this American ideal, refute this type of stupid shit. They get to use their voice to say dumb shit. Use your voice to say things that's like, yo, that's not true. Say how stupid this is too. But I don't know. Maj, it's just pattern recognition. Maj, low IQ, Maj, 13% of the population, or whatever false debunked stereotype you want to say. Put it in the comments section. If you get something right, I'll agree. Whether you black or white or anything in between. If you get something wrong, because most of the people repeating them tropes, they wrong as shit. The Solutionary is going to chop you up in the comment section. That's what we do. But this is why we need a community of like-minded people, of all backgrounds, that's pushing back against the government and the state, not just picking the lowest, oh, these white people do this, so that's all white people. These black people do this, so this all black people. We need people that want higher ideals, and that's what we have in the Solutionary 9. If you want to link with people that's about civics, that's about empowering our communities, about freedom and liberty for all, about the Second Amendment, about health and fitness, about actually making America great, comment the word Solutionary or hit the link below, and I'll get you access to Solutionary University and our private community. We got to push back against fucking goofballs like this, and there's more of us than them, but they have loud microphones. We have to work together to make sure that we have stronger networks. My name is Maj Toure, the founder of Solutionary University. Hope to see you in the community soon. Be safe, be solutionary.